meet regularly to look at the performances of, because you see the government is running on all of us shoulder alignment. The same way we used to meet in the room to strategize on defeating George Weah, we must meet the same way to strategize on defeating poverty in Liberia. We must meet the same way to strategize on defeating corruptions in Liberia. We must meet the same way and strategize on how we rebrand the country image. Yes, we issue statements, but statements from the party. We issue statements on the Capitol building issues. Even when students were brutalized by the police, we issue statements. We have consistently issued statements on some of the things that are happening in the country. The issue of the yellow machine, we issue statements. We have consistently issued statements on major occurrences in the country. A few weeks ago, I made a statement that the government ministers and managing directors are pushing us so hard. As sooner or later, we'll start lacking ministries and agencies. We have never communicated any of our actions for people to know that we are. I would say 60% of the ministries and agencies are not doing. But I'm being consistent. I've said the government's success and failure is 50-50. I'm being consistent. The success and failures of the administration is 50-50. There's nothing to brag about. I don't know what more people want me to say. I have said consistently that we are marching success 1 year, few months. Success and failure is 50-50. We have not done much to think that we're bringing heaven down to the people of Liberia. Are there opportunities to do well? Yes, there are opportunities to do well. Are we going to utilize that? We need to utilize that. The only way that can happen is when we are meeting as a team. John Brown brings his ideas on the table.
For Josiah Joker to come in the public, again, one of the misinformation he provided, there was nothing that the government of Liberia was being defrauded by the House of Representatives. When we have our budget, go to the 2024 budget under the House of Representatives. We have other compensation like the Senate does. All the other compensation, we have $800,000 placed there. Now, if you have 43,000 variant, that 43,000, if you tell me by 6-7 months, if I will all will have a difference of that 800,000 or 200,000. So to say, okay, I mean, enough is enough. You need to leave financial profile name alone. And I challenge him. One of the fourth things he said was there are individuals who are on the payroll who are talking about protest. I mean, I want to inform those individuals that bravo and thank you for standing up, even though you are on government payroll, as Josiah Joker is saying, or was on government payroll and you have decided to protest against the unconstitutionality of these government actions across the country. And that is good and it's applaudable because there is no law that says if you are affiliated to a political party. Josiah Joker is not reading the Constitution of this republic. It's clear that all Liberians have the right to jobs, opportunities, despite of your political affiliation. Not because Honorable Marvin Cole comes from the CDC and he should not be placed on the payroll of the House of Representatives.
Okay, welcome back, folks. Welcome to today's edition of the Talking Point. My name is Ambassador Kona Rufus. I'd love to say welcome to the program. So wherever you are following the broadcast from, those of you following us online, Blaze Online TV, whatever platform, the YouTube Blaze Online TV, you are following us on West Coast TV, those other platforms that are carrying this program live. We'd love to say welcome to the broadcast. Help us to share the live video, yes, so that others will join the broadcast. Just help us, please, to share the live video and tell us where you are joining the broadcast from. Tell us where you are joining this broadcast from. Definitely, we are going to recognize your presence with us tonight. Those of you find us via the radio, we love to say welcome. Welcome to your nighttime premium show. Welcome to it. My name is Kona Rufus. So we are going to give you some updates. Some updates from some of those issues that happened today. But while we are doing that, don't forget the issue of the cash giveaway. The code is *799*9# *799*9#. So you press 1 for USD, 2 for LRD, and play at least 10 times. At least 10 times for you to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. So while we are discussing the country, we are finding solution to Liberia's problem. If we will ever find a solution, while we are discussing those issues that matters to our country, you also need to be winning for yourself 10,000 or up to 25,000, right? Up to 25,000 Liberian dollars. So let's see if you can do that. The code is *799*9#. You press 1 for USD or 2 for LRD. Play at least 10 times to stand the chance to win 10,000 Liberian dollars. So imagine you playing 10,000, spend 2,000 Liberian dollars, and you win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. So we have the man, uh, Randy is behind the scene, making sure that he be cashing out your money for you. Yeah, trust me, you're gonna receive it. Just play at least 10 times. So let's see if we can go to bring you some level of update. Let's see if we can bring you some level of update. Today, the Environmental Protection Agency, they refuted claims made by the Front Page Africa that there were a violation of the government procurement law, where according to Front Page Africa, the House of Representatives, they investigated the EPA, and their investigation showed that indeed the EPA spent 78,000 United States dollars and 46,000 United States dollars to buy two different vehicles. But today, the Environmental Protection Agency refuted the claim. Yeah, Roberto Regis is actually watching from Louisville. Thanks for following us. Thanks for following us. So let me read this particular release from the Environmental Protection Agency. They say the Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia has refuted recent media claims alleging that it purchased vehicles exceeding the approved spending limit for government institutions. In a statement released Friday, May 23, 2025, the EPA responded to a publication by Front Page Africa, which claimed that the agency had acquired a Toyota Land Cruiser for 78,000 United States dollars and another vehicle for US 46,000, both reportedly for senior EPA officials. The agency, under the leadership of Executive Director Dr. Emmanuel Yagbaolo, categorically denied any violation of the procurement ceiling, asserting that no vehicle had been purchased for more than the US 45,000 limit set by government regulations. According to the EPA, the vehicle procurement included 5 units acquired through proper channels in line with the Public Procurement and Concession Commission guidelines. These include one 30-seater Toyota bus for 78,000, two Toyota Land Cruiser at 44,000 each, one Toyota Prado for US 45,000, one 17-seater Star bus for Alliance Motor Corporation for US 38,500. The EPA clarified that the US 78,000 bus mentioned in the EPA report was a 30-seater vehicle, not a SUV or personal car for an official as implied. So according to the EPA, the vehicle those vehicles bought, yes, there were vehicles that was bought for 78,000, but with the information that went across that the vehicle was for officials of government, according to them, no, it was a 30-seater bus for the agency. So not for an official use, but for staff of the agency to use it. So they have to buy a 30-seater bus for 78,000 United States dollars, according to them. So according to them, they have not violated the laws of procurement set by the government. That's what the EPA said. So we thought to bring you that particular update. Now, the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Augustine Gaffan, he said the government of Liberia sectoral ministerial deep dive is intended to discuss the ministry and agency execution challenges. Yeah, as you may be aware, in recent time, the Ministry of Finance, they are involved into sectoral ministerial deep dive, where the Minister of Finance will go to various ministries and agencies, and they will sit with those employees and leaders of that particular entity, and they will discuss the challenges affecting that particular entity. Mind you, the Ministry of Finance, they control the budget, they control they decide who they are giving what to, especially when those lawmakers have already approved it. So they do the disbursement. So the Ministry of Finance usually these few days over the last 1 or 2 weeks is moving from ministry to agency, making sure that they understand the challenges of those ministry, understand the problems that those ministry are facing, so that the government can holistically work and resolve those issues, so that those ministries and agency will have a smooth work ongoing. So, according to him, it is intended for them to understand the challenges. So, that's one of the clarity he made today. That's one of the clarity he made today. So, we thought to inform you about that as well. There were also huge clash between officers of the Liberia National Police, between state officers and dwellers and residents of the what's the community name? Yeah, let me see if I can lay my hands on that particular report. Yes, let me lay my hands on that particular report to give you some information about that. Yeah, let me lay my hands on that particular report to give you some information about that. But lots of things have been happening as we speak right now. The Liberty Party, they are having their dinner. Yes, they're having their dinner, their 20th anniversary dinner. That's what unfolding right now as we speak. So we love to say congratulations to those supporters and members of the Liberty Party 20 years anniversary. Yeah, it is a good thing for them. Yeah, for the party to make 20 years. It is a very good thing for them. So we love to say congratulations to the Liberty Party. Congratulations to the Liberty Party. We hope that, yeah, you guys will continue to be in a democracy of the country. Yeah, we hope that that happen. The Liberty Party have contributed, no matter what you say, but they have contributed to the growth of our democracy. They have contributed to the growth of our democracy. So we cannot rule that out. So we love to say congratulations today to them. We hope they will raise all the funds they want to raise. Yeah, we hope they will raise all of the funds that they want to raise, because according to them, they are trying to raise a fund today, the dinner ongoing. So we hope that they raise all of the funds that they want to raise. Now, we also listen to the head of the asset recovery, but we will definitely get there. We also listen to him, but we're going to bring you that particular information as well. But let's bring this from the LRA. This is Commissioner General James Double Jala. Today inspected ongoing works at APM Terminal, Freeport of Monrovia, where a new state-of-the-art destination inspection facility is being constructed. Once completed, the facility will inspect 30 to 40 feet continuous simultaneously, a massive leap from the current 2 to 3, drastically improving clearance speed, cutting costs, and strengthening revenue protection. It will also include the consolidation warehouse for shared containers and a dedicated space for seized goods, eliminating delay and improving transparency. So, okay, the LRA boss went to do that inspection today. We'd love to say congratulations to the government for that particular project ongoing. Congratulations to the government, and we hope that, yeah, we hope that that particular project will end soon, and what it is intended for will be done. So, like I was saying earlier, the issue with the battery factory, the battery factory around the Stoughton Creek community, there were an issue of land dispute where, according to report, police and other state security officer, they were they were there in clash with community dwellers after the court have ordered the evasion of lots of people. The court ordered the invasion of lots of people. So court sheriff went there, they started to throw people things out, and it was very, very much violence today. But thank God situation the entire situation came down. We hope that state security officer, the government of Liberia, will really look into that matter, what's really happening. Because according to those community dwellers, they have legitimate deeds to all of the land there, but an individual is saying that he owns the land, and according to the information, he went to court, and the court, he won the case that indeed the land is for him. So the court ordered the eviction of those people. But there were also reports that some of those people said it was today they received notice. He received notice today, and today uh, the court went to do the invasion. So you should know how devastating it was. According to some of them, that's what they said. That's what they said. But we are hoping that the government will work with the people, work with the authority, with the court, to see how best they can resolve that matter. Yes, they need to resolve it. No matter what, they will need to resolve it. Let it come to a particular conclusion that will end peacefully. We hope that happens. We are hoping that happens. Today, the government of Liberia also uh, they broke ground for uh, the issue that has to do with the Special Economic Zone Authority in Grand Bassa County. The government of Liberia broke ground, and the vice president was there. So we'd love to say congratulations to the government of Liberia. We hope that that project will be completed soon, and Liberians will benefit from it. We just hope not just be another groundbreaking where nothing will come from all of it. Yeah, that's why we are hoping for. That's what we are hoping for. Now, let me see if I can bring you. Let me play this excerpt from that particular uh, land issue today. That particular land issue today. Let me just bring you some level of highlight. Let's bring you some level of highlight. Party, congratulations.
On us because we refuse to take our properties. Is this how it's supposed to be? Even in the Liberian constitution, there is nowhere you see the issue papers today and give you a notice to move on there. They have to give us chance. We have to challenge the situation. Look at them. Look at them. See what they have done. See what they have done. See their faces. See what they have done. See what they have done. See what they have done. They handcuffing people for what reason? Just so that they get paper. Just so that they get paper. See what they're doing. See what they have done. The other guy was choking me to death, nearly to death. I tried to free myself and then I hold a close button open. If you see that kind of slap that man point in my face, if you see that when he challenging me, is that how it's supposed to be? You cannot issue papers. You cannot issue papers to dwellers.
Okay, so that's some of the highlights from there. That's some of the highlights. That's what some of those people are saying concerning the entire violent. It was very much violent today. Very much violent today. Yes, it was very, very much violent today. So, but we hope that everything will end amicably. Yes, that's what we are hoping for. So lots of things have really been happening. Lots of things have really, really been happening. So we are hoping that the government will really uh, will settle that issue with uh, the landowner, if possible, the community. Let them settle it. We hope that they settle it. Government of Liberia launches campaign to re-elect. Uh, that's for re-election to Category A membership of the International Maritime Organization. Yeah, so Liberia wants to be re-elected when it comes to the issue of the International Maritime Organization. So, folks, wherever you are, however you are joining us, let's see if we can go into our talking point now. Yeah, let's see. Usually we have to give you some of those updates for you to know what's unfolding, what are some of those things that unfolded throughout the day. So that's why we usually give you some of the updates. But let's go to our talking point to see if let me play this excerpt from concerning our talking point. Then I will do a little analysis and we give you the chance for you to have your say tonight. So, welcome to it. If you are just joining us, this is Blaze Radio 90.7 FM, and the program you are listening to is The Talking Point. This is the program designed to give you out there the opportunity to have your say on some of those issues that affect our country. Yeah, on some of those issues that affect our country. So let me play you this excerpt. Then I will go into some level of analysis.
The challenges that we face, legal constraint. If you look at chapter 4, subsection 4 and 2 of our criminal procedure law, which talk about time limitation, we believe that there should not be any time. The challenges that we face, legal constraint. If you look at chapter 4, subsection 4 and 2 of our criminal procedure law, which talk about time limitation, we believe that there should not be any time for the law provides 5 years. But we are saying that for corruption cases and other felonious crimes, economic sabotage, theft, there should not be any time bar. Once you attach a time bar, so it is a disadvantage of the government. So we are recommending to this honorable body to have that portion of the criminal procedure law amended. There should not be any time bar to the prosecution of corruption cases and other theft-related cases. Then budgetary constraints. Area have never been placed in the 2025 budget. We are now part of the 2025 budget. Then we respectfully request Honorable Presiding, Co-Presiding Officer, members of the 55th Legislature to consider Arab in their recap. Always for the secretary. Arab be secretary support on this for the following reason: local investigation, legal prosecution, intelligence gathering, surveillance, international litigation, hiring of international lawyers, and international filing. Logistics, RMU logistics, vehicles, and other things with all presiding officer, co-presiding. I'm happy at this time based upon the invitation extended me and to go directly into the merits of the invitation. The challenges that we face, legal constraint. If you look at chapter 4, subsection 4 and 2 of our criminal procedure law, which talk about time limitation, we believe that there should not be any time for the law provides 5 years. But we are saying that for corruption cases and other felonious crimes, economic sabotage, theft, there should not be any time bar. Once you attach a time bar, so it is a disadvantage of the government. So we are recommending to this honorable body to have that portion of the criminal procedure law amended. There should not be any time bar to the prosecution of corruption cases and other theft. Because of the sensitive data that is related to security concerns, I will not call names. I will not call the cases and locations. I'll give you numerical composition. 28 active investigations that include high-profile corruption cases have been launched. Following the following corporate entities, business institutions, private individuals, foreign and former officials of government. The fact here is that Arab was successful enough to have acquired these cases under this jurisdiction, and we were fortunate with the level of evidence gathering, intelligence, and surveillance that we conducted on these cases. We were able to now pin down those that are involved, institutions that are involved, the amount that are involved as to the tech-based application, economic sabotage. We believe, honorable members, honorable presiding officers, that this is an achievement for the Liberian people for the best fact that we're able to bring 27 cases that borders on tech and economic sabotage and are now undergoing investigation. As we speak, those, the names that we cannot call, currently being invited at the Arab headquarters and are now answering questions. Out of the 27 cases, 17 cases are nearing completion of our 30 suspicious properties believed to be built from government stolen funds have been traced and identified and are currently undergoing investigation. Our mandate requires that we go into the issue of suspicious assets. That is, we are under the doctrine of conducting what we call lifestyle audit on former imperial officials of government who have acquired property far beyond the legitimate remunerations are being given given to them by government. So in our investigation, we happen to report to you that 30 solid property with sufficient evidence in our possession have been traced and identified, and we are now in the process to make sure that those are being culpable and liable for these suspicious property will be brought for our investigation. Subsequently, the law for retrieval will be applied. Because of the sensitive nature that is related to security concerns, I will not call names. I will not call the name of the cases and location, but I'll give you numerical composition. 28 active investigations that include high-profile corruption cases have been launched. Following the following corporate entities, business institutions, private individuals, the challenges that we face, legal constraint. If you look at chapter 4, subsection 4 and 2 of our criminal procedure law, which talk about time limitation. We believe that there should not be any time for the law provides 5 years. But we are saying that for corruption cases and other felony crimes, economic sabotage, theft, there should not be any time bar. Once you attach a time bar, it's an
Okay, so that's the voice of Councilor Edwin Clark Martin. Yeah, Edwin Clark Martin. That's him. He's the head of the Assets Recovery Property Retrieval Task Force. He's the head. I guess you are aware of the task force, some of those issues that have been unfolding as it relates to the task force, where they have gone to the Supreme Court and other issues, calling on Gracious Ra. Gracious Ra said they are not going there, and now we are still hoping to see what they would do. But yesterday, he appeared before the House of Representatives. He appeared in plenary, and he made some level of presentation. Yeah, he talked about they are investigating about 28 cases. So all of those things he talked about, he did not name any of them because according to him, these are sensitive cases. So because of security reasons, so he did not name any of those people involved. But now, someone said about Ambassador, why are you bringing it out for us to discuss it? What I want to discuss the issue that has to do with the criminal procedure law. The issue that has to do with the criminal procedure law. He is recommending that there is a need for amendment when it comes to the criminal procedure law. Mind you, he made mention of it. He said the criminal procedure law talks about term limitation of crimes in the country. He talked about 5 years. So now, this man, Councilor Martin, saying no. 5 years is very small. Because there are some people, they will carry on some corrupt act. Okay, Joseph Thomas says he's watching from Rehab Community. Thank you, Joseph. Thanks for always joining us. There are some people, they will carry on corrupt act, and they will hide it. They will try their best to destroy evidence. So imagine if the government or the governors in power does not discover that particular corrupt act, and maybe after 5 years there are the losses. After 5 years, so long you discover it, if the government discover it, the government have 5 years to prosecute. But mind you, the government might discover some case, might see some level of a wrong somewhere, but they might not have all of the facts. Sometimes it takes government 3, 4, 5 to up to 10 years. Around the world, we are aware there are some cases that go beyond 20, 30 years before that particular case will come to an end. But per our law, if the case starts, if the government discover that something went wrong somewhere, the government have 5 years to prosecute that person. If the 5 year pass, if the government have all of the evidence wastes more than another thing, the government cannot prosecute that person. That person will go scot-free per the criminal procedure law. Per the criminal procedure law. So it talks about the limitation that has to do with 5 years. Let me see if I can lay my hands on something here to read it out for you. Let me see if I can read it out. Let me find something to read it out for you here. Just give me a few seconds. It says, under Liberia's Criminal Procedure Law, Chapter 4, Section 4.2, the status of limitation for prosecuting felonies is 5 years from the date the offense was committed. From the date the offense was committed. So if the offense was committed today, the 23rd of May, the government has 5 years to prosecute the person who carry on that offense. If the government failed to prosecute that person after 5 years, or the government left looking for evidence or evidences, and the 5 year pass, definitely the government will not prosecute that person. So if for instance, the LSCC went and carried on some level of investigation and they discover probably something went wrong, but they do not have all of the facts, and they're trying to find that fact, and when 5 years passes, definitely they will not be able to prosecute that person. So Councillor Martin is saying, he's suggesting to those lawmakers, there is a need that we amend the law. Let's take out the issue of limitation. Let's remove it. Let's remove the issue that has to do with statute of limitation. Let's remove it. Now, someone on the other hand, there are some people saying the issue that has to do with the statute of limitation, it is very much important as well, because there might be some government, when it comes, they will want to witch hunt people. So for instance, maybe Governor Bekona was accused of carrying on maybe some level of corruption, and a government came into power. Probably he was accused, and they did some level of investigation. The government have not really had proof to show that indeed Kona did that particular crime, carry on that particular act. But there might be some level of hate. Someone want to witch hunt Kona. When that government comes, probably he's getting too mighty. He is an obstacle, or he might be an obstacle to the government or to some people in the government. So they will try to bring him down. Definitely, they will want to file for prosecution to see if they can weaken Kona. So there are some people that are saying that is one of the reasons why it's not to push the issue of witch hunting people. So the framework of the law have to make mention of the issue of statute of limitation to bring it to 5 years. To bring it to 5 years. So there are two sides. But Councillor Matthew is saying it delays or it allows people to go scot-free, because government might not have all of the facts. Government might be trying to get some of those facts. And sometimes government might even try and prosecute someone if the government lost the case. When government discover that they have all the facts, they can stay far for no prosecution, and they might win a case. But if the government try to prosecute someone and the government lost the case, later on government got all of the facts that can make them to win that case, they will not be able, if the 5 year pass, they will not be able to prosecute the person again, because the statute of limitation limit that particular time to 5 years. So according to Councillor Martin, this is one of the reasons why people moving scot-free. They are stealing government resources, stealing from the country, and nothing happening, because they will just try to shield some of those facts, and after 5 years, the person not care anymore. That person does not care anymore because they know very well there is a law that is protecting them. But on the other hand, there are some people too questioning Councillor Martin's statement because the issue has to do with going after people falsely, trying to witch hunt people. That's what some people are saying. So what do you make of what Councillor Martin said? Do you agree with him? Do you think there is a need that the government amend that particular law? You think the government need to amend the law that has to do with the issue of statute of limitation? And for this, I would really like to hear from some lawyers. Let them give us their legal opinion. What do you think? If it will be in the interest of the country, if the thing is in the interest of the country, if this particular part of the criminal procedure law is amended, if it is amended, or if it is scrapped away to just leave it open, so that means government can prosecute you anytime when they have those facts. So when 10 years pass, you can still be brought to book for the wrong you did 10 years ago. 20 years pass, you can still be brought to book for the wrong you did 20 years ago. But as things stand now, no. So that means people who carry on some of those crimes under the administration of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, some of them cannot be prosecuted anymore. Yeah, some of them, if government have all the facts now, the facts waiting all on the street, government will not do anything anymore because of the statute of limitation. What do you think? Do you think this is in the interest of the country for the amendment of the criminal procedure law? What do you think? What Councillor Martin is saying, do you think he's saying the right thing? Because I guess if it is scrapped away, probably he's having some facts for some people years back, or for some people maybe in this administration or in past administration, that he think government needs to go after those properties. Mind you, they are trying to retrieve government properties, government stolen property, government resources. What do you think? Do you think it's in the interest of the country? So let's see if we can hear from you this evening. Man, those of you just joining us, my name is Conan Rufus. Thanks for always joining us. So you can call us this evening. So specifically, like I said, I want to hear from some lawyers about this. So this particular law, this alternative law, is only for lawyer. If you're not a lawyer, when you call, I will cut you off. Trust me, when you call on this line, I will cut you off. So specifically, this line is for lawyer. What's the line? 0772 277 532 0772 277 532. That only for lawyers. Or 0881 12 31 32. Only for lawyers. Those two numbers. 0772 277 532. 0881 12 31 32. Only for lawyers. Maybe you want to share your legal opinion with us. Why you think probably is in the interest of the country or is not in the interest of the country? As a lawyer, we would like to hear from you for you to educate the public as well. So you can call us on 0772 277 532, 0881 12 31 32. Then for the general public, call us on 0777 907 907, 0777 907 907, 0887 111 107. Call us to have your say on the talking point tonight. So let me go to the phone line and take this first caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name?
I'm from the Wuru Kingbury.
Okay, calling from King Grave, Francis. Councillor Martin
Yeah,
is calling for amendment of the criminal procedure law. What do you have to say?
yeah, I think Councilor Martin is making a certain point. The fact is that they knew how they got to do some amendment on those laws. But since somebody can do amended those laws in 1985, there's a need to amend some of the laws. Okay?
Okay. But there are some people they are afraid because they do not want for people to witch hunt other people.
Yeah, the only time I think we should be thinking about which one if Edwin Clamati is selected. That is, you're not thinking about the past government, you're not thinking about the present government. What you should be thinking of. So that wait and see what he will do. And I want to take the violation to some of the lawmaker laughing and they were making fun. He called the men before then to raise issue, then they started laughing. They thought to do that. And to the land issue. I didn't talk about two issues to the land issue.
Yeah, that was just in passing. But have your say on it.
Yeah. You know, Councilor Yofi, one Councilor Yofi said the other day, we need to do some amendment on the land reform. Because these are somebody that bringing back in the country. Somebody buy land, they didn't for the show, they let it win America, the body, then every day. You let it win America. After 50 years, you're coming back to the criminal land. I think that is all be working in the country. Very friendly. That's one of the laws that will be amended.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having your say.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. 077-907-907. Do you think the criminal procedure law should be amended? According to Councillor Martin, if it is amended, it will help to bring people to book. Mind you, the issue of crime, of corruption in this country, the issue of corruption, it have affected various sectors of the country. Almost every sector of this country, corruption have affected it. So the councillor is making this suggestion to the lawmakers, telling them, let's amend this law. Let's try to take on some of those issues that is causing the government not to come down or not to prosecute people who did wrong in the country. And what do you have to say about that? Do you agree with Councillor Clamati? Do you agree with him? Or do you think even if it is amended, nothing will really happen? Corruption will still be the same way. Yeah, because I think he's giving that particular suggestion because he wants to for the government to really have more leverage on fighting corruption, to have more opportunity. So even if he did something about 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years, 50 years ago, you can still be prosecuted today. You can still be prosecuted today. But again, like I said earlier, there are other people because, mind you, this is Africa. Yeah. There are people that might be getting more powerful in society. As there are some people will not like it. They will want to bring them down falsely. So they will try to witch hunt them. Yeah. So Ezekiel Yuma Johnson, he says he's watching from Chikisu Factory. Thanks for joining us, Ezekiel. Thanks for joining us. Just help us to share the live video. So what do you have to say about that? 077-907-907, 077-907-907, 0887-111-107, 0887-111-107. What do you have to say concerning the suggestion of Councillor Edwin Clamati? And that's what he's saying. He wants the law to be amended. Do you agree that the law should be amended? Do you agree with him? Do you think the law should be amended? And we also pass around the issue that has to do with the land dispute today around Barclay Factory. The land dispute today, like the other caller said, someone can leave from here, they sit in the United States of America for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Then they come back and they say, oh, I get whole community under control. We get 200 acres of land, 300 acres of land. And where people have developed those land, they will be claiming it. So according to him too, they want for the land law to also be amended. So what do you have to say? Call us on 0777 907 907 0777 907 907 0887 111 107. Call us to have your say. What do you think needs to be done right now when it comes to the issue of the criminal procedure law? And yesterday, that what the caller said, when the man was saying some of these things, we saw the lawmakers. They were laughing. So I must say, I was like wondering, what's funny? What's funny? Because this man is giving you suggestion that he think needs to happen for the country to move further. If you do not agree with him, no problem. Because it is your right to agree or not. And the matter of fact, it is your responsibility to amend those laws. So that's the reason why you are making those suggestions to you as a lawmaker or our lawmakers. But we saw them making fun of it. So sometimes, someone told me this thing that Councillor Martin is saying, you think those lawmakers will accept it? Looking at the way some of them are laughing, they know to themselves that my major wasting your time. It's just like you wasting what on dog back. Because definitely some of them know what they are doing. Yeah. Some of them know what they are doing in government. So for them to amend some of these laws, they will not want to do it. They will definitely, those lawmakers will not want to do it. Definitely they will not want to do it because they know very well when they do it, when they leave from power or they are in power, when it takes 50 years, 20 years, some of these things will come up and they will face persecution. They will face persecution. So they will not want to. That's why I think some of them were laughing. Because I do not see where you invited someone for the president to come and present to you their progress, their challenges. And the person made a very salient presentation. A very salient presentation. For instance, he talks about the issue that has to do with the ARET being captured in the national budget. ARET was not captured in the 2025 national budget. So imagine, the government did not capture ARET into the budget, but the government wants for ARET to really function to get stolen property for the government. How would they really operate? So that means they will only operate based on the help from some of those, maybe ministry or maybe the office of the president. If the office of the president decide to cut something from their budget to give to him or to give to the institution. But I think, ARET should have been placed in the national budget, should have been captured in the national budget. Should have been captured. But again, this is Liberia. Let me go to the line, take this caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Oh my God. We lost that caller. But while we are talking, folks, you can also be playing the cash giveaway *799 *9#. Press 1 for USD, 2 for LRD. When you play at least 10 times, you stand a chance to win 10,000 Liberian dollars. When you play over 10 times, you stand a chance to win 25,000 Liberian dollars. So like I said, Rennie is in the background, making sure that, he sent some of you your catch. So he's just there playing with the phone, making sure that some of you win your 10,000. Yeah. So when you do that, like he said, as soon as when you play 10 times, make sure that you send text. Yeah, just send text. Okay, let me.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you. I speak to you from district number 6, my name is Luther Lumini Sagi Jr.
Yeah, Luther, go ahead.
Now, brother, I want to touch on 2 issues quickly.
Yeah.
One had to do with the asset recovery here when you went to the capital building, I know yesterday or when. Look, it tell me that the particular people that will choose who stood online to vote for them so they can be the head for all the things of the country here. Eh? I'm not days in the 55 religions.
Yeah.
They said we are children. Are you imagine a man who discusses serious issue? If I say corruption had become a deadly disease that undermining our roots, undermine our country, we're discussing it. Look, the lawmaker who can tell that children say, shut up, you're going to pay. No, if I tell somebody to look at their rooster in the hall, they get only crow, nobody can talk. They were in a hall there, they were disturbing, they were causing noise. What it meant is causing serious issue. But this is why I'm going to see the Jews of God. No, do not deal with the religious. Deal with the Jewish and the breast. Do all in the fact duty or any question in my mind, in my anything, but anybody from beyond me who should punish and take all the problem from them. Don't deal with it, trainer in the whole me. No. They miss out on the word, but I can't no in the country. I would never ever vote. No lawmaker in the country again. No lawmaker for the country. You deal me will cancel lawmaker in the country. Will cancel them. Yeah, they are eating free money in the country where was over. How even so you pass somebody, they disturb you, causing law. My brother, we are the pay for the country. We are pay for the country. We will perish.
Luther.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Councillor Martin is suggesting that the issue with the criminal procedure law, let it be amended. Let it remove that issue of 5-year limitation. So after 5 years, government can prosecute people again.
Yeah. Our president will listen to it. Our president, Joseph forgot I know. You will listen to it. And I pray that you listen to it. And they're going to do what you issue, my brother. You get something here in America, you spend 30 to 40 years there, then you come. No, see how the police disgrace that woman holding her. I believe that she woman with children. She get family. And the other boy, you see, when we're not in the corner, we offer that praying for it. When we're not in the corner, there will be war in this country here. Because you can't hold my family money for me. I will react. I will very nigga react.
Okay.
You're very, very bad on the sound of the police. President, what you don't know that. Maybe probably that's some of your food.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Luther.
You're behaving my brother and I like it. But I'm using say,
hello.
You not let it we are talk.
Hello.
You can't tell me say not let it we are talk.
Hello. Joseph. Oh my word. They may call him talking different thing. What? Oh. What many so? How you call then you saying different thing? Oh. 077 907 907 077 907 907 0887 111 107. What do you have to say? Yeah. You know, sometimes I say I really wondering. Let me take this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, please walk away from your monitor, please.
What?
We are not getting you. We are not getting you.
Getting me?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, please, if possible, off your monitor, please. The feedback. Yeah, you need to call back. Don't do this. Anytime we say when you call, please walk away from your monitor. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Ambassador Kunos Rufus.
Yeah, Joseph Tama.
Thank you so much for the exclusive recognition. And it's a good evening to Nigerians following this unique program, more especially on this weekend presentation. But you know, one thing I have to say tonight to the president, if he is listening, of top official of government, if they are listening tonight, under this Praga regime, for me, Joseph Tama, giving this government only this year. Next year, if they don't take action to see former government officials who stole our resources to enrich themselves for their personal benefit, I will turn against this government. I will speak against the ill of this government. There will be no way Atama will be protected and defender of the unity party-led government. Because I want to be alive to see former government officials wearing orange jumpsuit going Memorial Central Prison, giving that property should be seized. Because corruption was clear, we saw people walking in broad daylight. Look at the issue of Samuel Twe. Where is that case today? Is Limori at the Supreme Court? And this United Party-led government, they want to, put themselves in the same situation. But some of us who are supporters of the government will not be like the pro defender who are saying, "Oh, yo, Joe, we are here." We will not say, "Oh, yo, Joe, we are Baka here." Under this Baka-led leadership, if the does wrong, it affects us as Liberians, it affects our noble country. We will speak the ills of this government. If any other actors who are in power that want to do the same, if we don't see them going to Memorial Central Prison, would, for me, keep me on record. I will speak against the United Party government if next year it is not take decisive action to fight against corruption, to fight against the ills that affect the livelihood of the Liberian people. We will rise up, we will use our political tools to give them political latches in our various offices. We'll move from street to corner. We'll lead protests in this country. We're not going to joke. We don't see some network in the list of others. We don't see this Finabono case of the taxi that she is using the Liberian people. She used the Liberian people money and she benefiting on her personal attachment. We will move. We will move. We will join the other forces to make sure that Baka does the referee thing, because if Baka does the referee thing, Atama will be proud, become a proud supporter of Joseph Numa Baka today ascendancy as president of the Republic of Liberia. So Joseph, we will not leave no stone unturned. Hello. Our votes are critical.
Okay, Joseph.
Yeah, we'll not leave no stone unturned. We're not going to be like the proper defender who they are not benefiting and they are there, self-protecting the government when the government does wrong. No, we'll not be like them. All right. We know them. All right. Pascal and others, we know them.
My man, don't call people knee. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Can you really call people knee now? Good evening. Good evening.
How you doing?
You laughing the man calling your knee.
Yeah, I don't care. So
go ahead,
there's
Pascal.
There's a difference between providing information and being overly serious, either because you are tied to a particular county or maybe because you're kinsman. So for us, we're not like that. I'm from Nimba, but even the way they made decisions from Nimba, because you're supposed to be independent and be refined in the decisions that you make. If you said some of our sort contest because you was a sitting lawmaker and you come back to them and say we support the other guy, Nima, Samuel Koga.
Yeah, but Pascal.
Yeah, according to the topic. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So, look, you see, reformity is good. Intellectual skill is good. Sometimes the intentionality of your analysis is what matters. So all of us always believe that corruption is just based on perception. So you said so enjoy where everybody, all of us took. You took power. You go 1 year almost 6 months. You are yet to prosecute anybody. We're still waiting for you to do, because you're supposed to have the tons of evidence to show that these people corrupt. So is not in position anymore. He doesn't have security like he used to have. All of us are vulnerable. Why are you not prosecuting us? This is the bigger for that. So when people come here and perceive and assume that people are corrupt, then I'm confused. So corruption, it's not just about stealing money. When you even rob people of drugs, when you're supposed to be balanced in the distribution of drugs, you as a president, but you prioritize a particular country, and over 60% of your employees are from that country you hear from as a president, that is corruption.
Okay.
When you're not supposed to act, you want to come in on that?
Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Councillor Marty said he won for the issue of the limitation on the prosecution, right? On the criminal procedure law. For him to remove it from 5 years, remove that whole year thing.
Oh, my man, look, if you can't come here, the fellow who just come here and want to agree with everybody. The first thing we did on our bad government, we did the LCC. The LCC, the Liberal Anti-Corruption Commission, LCC. We gave them a prosecutorial power, meaning you at the time you could not prosecute. But John we are saying, because we want to fight corruption, we allow the LCC to prosecute. That's why George we did. Even though he was stealing, but he said we want an agency here to prosecute people who will steal the country money. So a climatic is that there should be a change of the criminal procedure law. John we and all now can control over it. John we can take climatic change and change. So Martin must go to the legislature. So how can you come in to ask us when we have no control over what you want to do? It is the legislature. Who is the speaker of the legislature?
No, but he said it to he said it to the legislature, but I'm bringing it to know what you people have to say.
So to ask me what we want to say, when you have a regime speaker who's supposed to decide everything, when you have majority of the lawmakers who are supporting the regime speaker. So, Mama, you see, look, intelligent matters in conversation. For me, I'm not the regular, I don't know what I can do, commentary. I don't come here to shout and do commentary.
Okay.
I come here to provide logic. So Martin have gone before the legislature. The legislature is headed by a regime speaker, Mr. Kuhn. Rachel Kuhn told all of us want to be a regime speaker because he wants everything the executive wants to happen. And who Martin works for? He works for the executive. He works for Mr. Boyka, the president. So how can you want a particular law to change? And which when that law is going to impact the life of everybody, and you're still coming back to ask Pastor, say, we want to change the law. You have the right to do so.
All right.
It sounds comical to me when I hear people say, oh, defend. There's many things I don't have to respond to. But as I conclude, let me remind people what we're supposed to judge here for.
Yeah.
The separate situation at the university was not good.
All right.
As scholar and supported judge here. You said it was not good to build facts. That's what I supported judge here for.
All right, thank you, Pastor.
We are not supposed to. No, I'm coming now, concluding.
Yeah, but conclude. Let's take all the colors.
Just 30 seconds. You said George we are supposed to build 14 medical hospitals. Infrastructure, sometimes when people say infrastructure, they can't even distinct what infrastructure means. Building government building, George we build the maritime, they build the free food, they build the LPRC. So they already went to build national social security. So I can't even understand the latest people who can just come here and just call because they think they're supposed to be right.
All right, thank you. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm Lawrence Cole, manager GM from Togo.
Yeah, go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, thank you for the total discussion. I want to go about I saw the guy call it all may invest seriously.
Someone may invest?
You know invest.
How may invest? How may invest?
Anybody including me, I don't do you on radio. If I'm listening to the radio, let me listen. But I listen to the radio. I'll call them, give me the money radio. And go to that. What off? I can listen to Quebec. I think you and call you off. 9 in the morning every day. You may call you off. Wait. Yeah, when it doesn't pin the radio, they call it. So call it off.
All right. Thank you.
My son, how I do it. My brother say, yeah. Joe by saying it made us be. So that for you're not happy. We're not happy.
All right.
Yeah, but it made us steady. We're not happy.
How you say President steady?
But I follow you about it. But last second look over. And that is a opportunity. I be fine about nothing. I say a got a party. It makes all the person put a pound that you need to be the speaker. A more mother happy, a gonna buy.
All right, Chief.
It kind of fun.
All right, Chief.
It
Thank
kind of
you.
fun.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Oh, we lost it there. 077 907 907 0887 107. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, what's the name?
Charles Cooper,
Calling from where?
bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, you see, my brother, I got one saying that is a rule will not want to catch a rule, or a rule will not want to expose another rule.
What you mean?
Okay, when it comes to corruption in our country, corruption it has become our political culture, and it has now become our way of life. The government is stealing from the people, so the people too are stealing from the government. Everyone's stealing from everyone. You see, our government in the past and present, they don't come to fight corruption. They only use that as a political message to cajole the people. And you were here when CDC came to power. I think they have similar kind of group where they said they're going to retrieve stolen property. I think one of the renowned lawyers, I don't know Johnson or who, I think he was
Yeah,
on that.
Councillor Arthur Johnson.
Yeah, but you can remember Enzo, CDC, all of that similar group that
Yeah,
Enzo.
yeah.
So let me tell you something about CDC and United Party. These people, they are into what we call governmental coup. And so long the Liberian people say these are the only two parties they're going to get married to, my brother. When you marry Baboon, don't complain about ugliness.
Oh,
Because you knew that Baboon was ugly before you got married to Baboon. And so don't tell me that you only got married after marriage before you saw Baboon ugliness. Let me tell you something. I'm one person who believes that Liberia should have at least 5 political parties. When it comes to political governance, at least the competition should be between 5 political parties. But people want to compare Liberia with, let me say, America with Liberia. They will tell you only the two parties. The two parties, they are already getting what I call the nature of complacency. They feel that they are the only two parties that own this country, so they can run the country anyhow, any kind of way, and nothing will happen because the Liberian people have decided to marry them for the last 20 years. And let me ask you, for the last 20 years, since our war ended, the two parties have ruled this country. What name one national problem they have solved?
unless you tell us. Unless you tell us.
I mean, but you know they are not solving a national problem. The issue of road, education, water, and electricity. The two parties are not. I mean, the Liberia never solved one of our national problems since its establishment. And I stand to debate with anybody if you can give me a platform. Anyone want to debate me to tell me that Liberia solved one of its national problems. So we can get into that debate and let it bring the record and let me debunk that. You see, my brother, politics in Liberia is deception. We just gotta live with that reality. Politics in Liberia is not about change, it's about chance.
Wow.
Other countries fought war, Sierra Leone, other country. But my brother, they have gone far ahead of Liberia, and Liberia is the greatest grandmother now. Liberia is a great grandmother in the virgin state. We give birth to most of the countries around here. We are a great grandmother now, but see, I don't know, maybe our owners somewhere, you know, when you get owner, you know the baby again. So that your children need to take care. Like brother now, like grandmother now, so Ghana, several other countries now that she gave birth to. You know, when it comes to African liberation, you know the role that Liberia play.
All right.
So Liberia, the owner now is sovereign Liberia. When you own and you become a baby, like what happened to Liberia?
Right.
And I have told people, they like say, I tell young people, I say, don't die for any politician, because when you die for a politician, you will go here.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having your point. 0779079070887111107. Call us this evening to have your say on the discussion. What do you make of the issue that has to do with Councillor Clark Martin's statement at the legislature? He's calling for an amendment into the criminal procedure law. He said because the reason why government is not really fighting corruption, because the people can be waiting for 5 years to pass. A government does not have all of the facts after 5 years, the whole case will end. And the Labran will say case any che. Let me take this caller. Good evening.
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, good evening. What's your name?
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
What if on Twitter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What the councilor said today, you see, if you listen to the recording, I know how you say.
I played, yeah. I played.
Okay. If you play again, you hear lawmaker and making some mommy call it, tell you, my man, so when you want wrong, you want cool, I will support you. The mega discuss national issue. National issue. And making medicine in the hospital, go to school, you know. He said, well, sit down and just Friday. He said, my man, we want cool, I will support you. And the kind of thing that was discussed. I want to put it before you show me a begging.
That was lawmaker there.
Then the time when it comes to that political business, I tell you, yeah, changes. I want to put up on the yeah, the other coming before, I love it for suffering, I love it for discuss national issue. But I will say, oh, my man, what do you can do so that we can get it done? But guess what? Because all of them 5 pastors, they supported someone of Kennedy who is in the picture. Yeah, that's it. So they will not say anything. They will make a look at for that issue. Why God is so the people will be quiet. So they said, I expect that people will be quiet. Like after test, they can't give test people. They don't give results. Everybody worry. What will happen today? What will happen yesterday? But I'm being when they ready to do that, who created them when I said they're talking about they get rule of law, they get law, they get it one. You see that? That is the session, but you know, I can always tell people, right? The three brothers with their special. The poor wasn't always saying the project, the reason wanted to get that small. We'll get it there. They will not swear by the other time. But for me, when they talk about what classes started, I know that I am for but I won't give. They are about kind of we guys oh, they are very suffering and they want, but you command for the 5G, you go around here with two and Sunday, if you are and I went to pass the northeast one come out here, miss one, no entire map, ain't go. But I put up part of the world, I want to say.
Okay.
I will be posting that messenger will be you put it to the water if you get now. It's a man, I'm with that.
It is your
trying to say, follow the one wants to sit down. You get me?
okay.
Someone else now. Someone is showing it. We'll call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having your point.
Thank you, man.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
Thank you. This is the board of Elijah when I joined the conversation this evening from station number 6, Monserrado County.
Yeah, go ahead, Elijah.
And thank you for the topic on the discussion. I listened to Councilor Martin. And let me say this for free. Our problem in the country, it is not about system, most especially when it comes to the fight against corruption. It is not about system, it is about the individual charged with the responsibility of executing those functions. Frankly speaking, let's take for example, even the Councilor Martin himself, since the asset recovery team was established, for the past month, they've been taking pay. What were they doing before they are taking pay? There was a form allotted.
Hey, you listen to him? Hey, hello?
Yeah.
You asking a question, right?
Yeah.
I guess you listen to him. The man listed some things that they have been doing.
Chief, let me be clear. Even Councilor Martin himself, they are all corrupt. Like I said, our problem in this country is not about system, but it's about individuals that are trusted to perform those tasks. Councilor Martin,
what make you think so?
Were allotted to them. Why you think people with integrity like Martin King Colley? Martin resigned because of reason. Siati Maya Gongwe. He resigned because of reason. So, Councillor Martin himself, you don't even have the moral to be speaking of corruption. Frankly speaking, if we want to fight corruption in this country, we have to be holistic.
So let me ask you.
Listening to
Hello?
It? Yeah.
So because Marty Cody resigned, because Imanda Gongwe resigned, so does it mean that Councillor Marty does not have integrity because they resigned?
He don't have integrity. Frankly speaking, he don't have integrity.
So is it because they resigned? That's why making he doesn't have integrity?
Oh yeah. Well, you imagine this man was elected to be a head of an institution, civil minor institution, and people are resigning. And why you think happening?
Wow.
And people that manage and call are people that want for serious things to happen in the country.
So let me ask you.
This man from allotted to him to share or institution. Up to now, they are taking pay and they are not telling you anything. Any video, but we are taking pay. Then do you think that type of individual have moral to speak of corruption?
But you just told us
we have to be serious in the country.
Hello? Yeah. Let me hold you again. You just told us that you listened to Councillor Martin in a house. And you said you did not listen to what the mayor is doing or what the asset recovery team is doing?
Trust me, Chief. The
I'm trying to understand. You said you listened to the man, but according to you, you listened to him, but you said you did not listen or you did not hear what the asset recovery is doing. The man talked about for Eastern, they said 28, they carry on 28 investigations. All the 28, 17 almost completed, and they will soon go carry to court. That's what he said. He talks about there are 30 houses, homes that have been built by former and current government officials. They are tracing it. These are things he said. But you see, he did not listen, but you listen to him, but you did not hear all those other things. Wow. We got Marty Colley resigned, Imaya Gongo resigned, so it means that someone does not have integrity. No, I don't think so, man. I just don't think so. 0777907. Let me take this call. Good evening.
Yeah, I got my dear brother.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm Gibson, phoning from National Campus.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just came from the road not too long. I didn't listen to the audio. Well, Master Martin.
Okay.
My issue I get here, just from the expose, my issue I get with the Liberians is that we don't want to be fair to ourselves and that of the country. We continue to give Liberia hard time as a citizen.
Wow.
Yeah. In the sense we will talk about eradicating corruption, we are more corrupt. Just for instance, that when I was part of the field day to watch foreign national who owns I think a shop or stores to Pakopi, I think an Indian guy. He went to the city mayor, asking the city mayor that people selling in from Ville, so they should get them out of the area. And the city mayor of Israel sent people to get the people out of the front view of this Chitu pharmacy. Then I listened to the city, one of the city police, the mayor, and he get it paid in front view. He bought the front view for the government. You think we serious in the country? Then you tell me someone coming to run after a government property, and you telling people that, the person bought this thing, you have to leave this place as a citizen. But tell me, is this a serious thing we do in the country?
Okay.
Now go to Pakopi. You will see this the business people across the iron because they got said they don't want to see people selling to the place there. But they continue. We just need to pray that God help us.
All right. Thank you. Let me go to the next caller. Good evening.
What's up, my brother?
Good evening.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, God man me. What's the name?
Francis Brown, calling from people.
Yeah, go ahead, Francis.
You see, the reason sometimes you see the politicians in the country,
And the coach, yeah, we are LFMB. No, we everybody interrelated. Somebody parties there, they're coming from parties. Today, yesterday, the councillor appeared for the plenary. Maluku was talking, when you when you want to play a coup, I'll support you. Then you talk about the 2.2 million hour in annual work at 7 million payroll. Now you worry on 7 million payroll. Why you worry? If you should, where society was for, why you worry? Why can't money be real? Because they know where can it happen. They know a man I got a school conversion for that correction. Maybe just telling you resign, that's more. Before July you get the straight thing.
Oh, so she must resign for it?
I mean, more resign because I don't want to resign. What will happen? Nothing will happen down there.
Oh, so is she the hold on? Is she the hold on to the fight against corruption?
She's the hold on, but I don't want changing. I said, I mean, listen, I mean, the regional war, brother.
Tell me what she doing. But that hello?
Yeah.
That's the first time to see Chief Justice switching judges from one area to another area. The first time to see it.
No, it's not my first time, right?
Then why are you accusing about that?
I come in, brother. Yeah, when she was doing that for colleague, because she was over to become associate judge or chief justice. Lawyer then coming out to complain about that.
Which one is lawyer complain?
Which one is lawyer?
Yeah, which one is lawyer?
Okay, listen now. Even the salary issue about who's controlling. She taps on put up, she lets on put down.
Which one is lawyer was complaining because the issue of she switching them?
No, I come in now.
Stop it, man. Listen. When you come on this public platform and you want to accuse someone, you should have facts before you accuse someone.
The fact is there is that people who are not loyal yet, she tap the salary up, and those who are loyal, public defense salary are not, they are not increased.
Tell me some of those people who are not loyal that she tap their salary up. One person.
The magistrate.
Magistrate from where? Magistrate from where? Mommy, I stop it here, man. See you, bye bye.
Mommy, no, don't do it.
Mommy, see you. Yep, let's stop these things. 0777907 088711107. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, my name is Harris.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, one thing the lawmakers, the only do thing that keep just saying back, we know that hotel or something, but the lawmakers, the plan when they get they were supposed to hand on when the other want to, they were supposed to go beat that one, their plan will fail because they know that they don't want to do nothing in the public regime. We will know that one. But something good will happen in the public regime. God will not agree that a power play what is plenty.
But listen, hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So while we are praying for the good thing to happen, while we are praying for the good thing to happen, but the councillor that is heading the issue of the asset recovery, he said the lawmaker then should amend the criminal procedure law. What you people get to say about that?
Yeah, but the problem is they should amend the criminal procedure law, but you know the chief justice are there. He's not in the interest of this particular government.
Oh, she's not in the interest of the government?
Yes.
Okay, how?
She's not in the, because she was the one that the actual recovery thing.
He said she was the one that did what?
She delayed it.
How she did it?
You know that the people wanted to be like nonsense. But now you sit on the start doing the work now.
So I chief justice delayed there?
Yeah, she delayed it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, she delayed it.
All
so
right.
the people, the mail line on it.
All right. All right. The chief justice will she take it.
Let you resign. Let you resign. Let you move on. There's no way the people do that work.
All right. Thank
They
you.
will do that work better because she's a physician. Like Jovia, Pena,
Oh, Ajoya,
finish.
oh,
Yes, yes,
hello?
yes.
So you tell me that she's a physician?
She's a physician.
Oh, wow. I don't know that.
Because for behavior.
Oh, from her behavior. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes,
All right. Thank you, chief. Thank you.
behavior.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, I see the thing I can do to people. Hey, I see the thing I can do to people. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. God man me. What's your name?
Peterson M. here.
Go ahead.
Speak from Johnson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the show. You know, my brother, you know, the party, and just so you know, but I have to be careful. In as much, for me personally, I do not want trouble, war in this country. But the way the Henry thing, this thing is not good. They are